let's go into the final story.
It's cold, Basil. It's cold. Antarctica, go burn. It's a snowstorm. Antarctica. Ice. Scientists are penguins. Antarctica, they're opening the abyss.
Drone strikes have saved lives.
Can we shoot them down if over our property?
Drones.
TechExplore.com. Swarms of advanced unmanned aircraft to collect key environmental data. More data. We need more data. Swarms of advanced unmanned aircraft are set to carry out aerial surveys of Antarctica, gathering crucial data on changes to the region's environment and wildlife as part of a new research with engineers from the University of Sheffield. The exciting new project involves researchers from the University Department of Automatic Control and Systems Engineering will advance swarm aircraft technology to conduct survey missions and mapping of large areas of Antarctica quickly and with less human resources. The British Antarctic Survey will test the new technology using the unmanned aircraft to gather environmental data such as monitoring wildlife, ice accumulation, and weather conditions. Aside from Antarctica, the aircraft will also be tested in the UK to help detect wildfires. This will build on previous research with the Lancashire Fire and Rescue Service and used unmanned aircraft to detect wildfires as early as possible to limit their devastating impact. The swarm will be made up of Ultra UAVs, the largest commercial UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles in the UK. The new research will advance the technology on board the aircraft to control their sequencing during the flight and to develop the unmanned aircraft's ability to detect and navigate around obstacles. There it is. Obstacles. And to dynamically change their flight path. Lyudmila Mihalova, professor of signal processing and control at the University of Sheffield, said about the project, quote, "This is very exciting research that will develop the use of unmanned aircraft vehicles in swarms and to be used in innovative ways to protect our environment. In this project," the quote continues, "the consortium partners aim to perform several live demonstrations of swarming unmanned aerial vehicles for survey missions in Antarctica and fire detection in the UK." There's something funny about we have these crazy surveillance drones that'll tell us all about Antarctica. The same ones that'll be all over the UK. It's like, oh man. I don't think, the common denominator there is surveillance. Ever feel like being watched? It's not so much the protection here. Our experience at the University of Sheffield will be to develop the algorithms. The algorithms, always the algorithms, to program the aircraft to move together and to follow the planned flight path to complete the survey. We will develop computer vision algorithms that will enhance the vehicle's autonomy, especially during landing, and automatic recognition software for use in unmanned aerial vehicles. This is a long quote. "We have some of the world's leading experts in control and systems engineering at the University of Sheffield, so this is a great opportunity to work with innovating companies as well as organizations that protect our precious environment." It's always in the context of protection, protect the environment. But really, it's collecting data, and it's really surveillance. Surveillance, excuse for surveillance at a mass scale, and allowing it to just be, hey, we got to protect the environment. Don't you want us to protect the environment? So we got more data, get more data on what's going on. So there you go. But in the connection to the China story about the choking out certain technologies for China. This is part of it too. I think the developing technologies, the article that we mentioned or read earlier about China and Biden's restrictions on Chinese trade of microchips and everything else. They're talking about supercomputers and, more advancing technologies. And what was one of the key things? Oh, we don't want China to be the supreme surveillance tech, giant in the world. We want to be that, right? The U.S. is like, no, this is our job to be. There's interesting, friendly competition, I guess, between nations when it comes to their surveillance apparatus and capabilities. And, the UK's approach, especially in regards to Antarctica here, is, hey, climate, right? Yeah. Always have a problem, always have a reaction, always have a solution. So there you go. Not very surprising, but Yeah, I don't know. I thought we already had data from above. I thought we already had satellites like keeping track of the ice melting and all that stuff, right? I guess they just need more funding, and the university doing it. So they get more funding. We need more excuses to get that funding, and how are we going to unleash a swarm of drones here in the UK and Antarctica? Yeah. Environmental protection. That's why. That's how. And fire protection. And I'm sure they'll deploy this in the US too at some level. It's not, hey, let's do some controlled burns to make sure that the fires don't burn. No, none of that. No, we're going to have swarms of drones keeping track of everything.